Stampin' friends, it's Ayana Johnston here with another check this out video tutorial to show you. Today I want to show you how I made the Sparkle and Shine Peaceful Pines Christmas card. You can get the supply list for this card on my blog at www.checkthisout.stampinup.net. Be sure to stop by my website for some more great ideas as well as a great customer special sale that I have going on now through December 24th, 2015. Okay, so let's get started making this card. To make this card, you'll need two stamp sets. The first one we're going to need is the Peaceful Pine stamp set. We'll be using this tree right here as well as this beautiful ornament. And then we'll also be using the Oh What Fun stamp set, which I just love. And this one we're going to be using the Merry Wishes, these jingle bells, and then wishing you a sweet season for the inside of our card. You're going to need the Lots of Labels framelits. Then you'll also need the Perfect Pines framelits as well. Then you're going to be needing to have 3 stamp sets. We're going to use Old Olive, Cherry Cobbler, and Crushed Curry. And then we're going to need the following sheets of paper. We'll need a piece of Whisper White cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Then we'll need another piece of Whisper White cut at 4.5 by 5 3/4 inches. We'll need a piece of the Season of Cheer Designer Series paper cut at 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Then you'll also need a piece of the red Glimmer Paper, and you're going to want to cut this at 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. We'll need a piece of the Old Olive cardstock cut at 3.5 by 5 1/4 inches. And then last, you'll need one piece of scrap paper from the Dazzling Diamonds Glimmer Paper series. So we'll just use this for our tree topper. Okay, so let's get started making the card. As I said, you'll need the Lots of Labels framelits. We'll need the 3 biggest sizes. So for the red, we're going to want to take our sheet of Glimmer Paper and we're going to want to cut out the second to the largest Lots of Label framelit. And we want to be careful to leave a border around. Then we'll also be taking our Old Olive cardstock and cutting a framelit out of the biggest framelit. And then we're going to be using our Whisper White sheet of paper that is cut at 4.5 by 5 3/4, and we want to shift this all the way over to the side and cut out a label with this Whisper White piece of paper. So I'm going to go do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, now that I have all my framelits all cut out, I'm going to keep these pieces and set these aside. Same with this. Now I'm going to take this Lots of Label framelit, I'm going to sponge around the edge of it with Cherry Cobbler, and then I'm also going to stamp my sentiment right down here at the bottom. Next, I'm going to take my Whisper White piece of paper, I'm going to take my Christmas tree and my ornament, and I'm going to stamp using Old Olive and Cherry Cobbler. I'm going to stamp my Christmas tree stamp on here. Then I'm going to go ahead and take my matching framelit, and I'm going to go ahead and run it through my Big Shot. And there you go. Next, I'm going to take my scrap piece of Whisper or Dazzling Diamonds Glimmer Paper. I'm going to kind of cut my excess off. I'm going to sponge it with Crushed Curry, and then I'm going to take my itty bitty star punch, and I'm going to punch out a star once I've stamped Crushed Curry on it. Now that I have all my pieces all set, I'm going to adhere them to my card base using mono tumble glue because it's going to get a nice adhesive stick, especially with the Glimmer paper. Next, I'm going to take some Stampin' Dimensionals and adhere my Whisper White piece of paper onto my red, and then I'm also going to go ahead and add some Stampin' Dimensionals on the top here and a glue dot to adhere my star. And last, I add just a little color to my Christmas tree by adding some gold dazzling diamonds to my card, or dazzling details to my card. I just kind of put them randomly on the ornaments. So I get some red ornaments and then some with this cool sparkly gold glimmer look. And here is the all finished card. And for those of you that like to stamp the inside of your card, I just took the wishing you a sweet season, stamped the inside, and then I stamped my jingle balls all on the inside of my card. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to stop by my blog and check out my great Christmas special going on right now. Happy stamping!